Okay, I think we can get started. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Thanks for joining this session. This is the Cloud Advanced session that we are going to make it a variable one. That means that in future we can accommodate more advanced cloud computing related talks. Um, Today, I'm going to give a talk about deploying cloud services with Openstack Heat. In future, we may invite more people to give something more interesting, like Chris Want, who could give us a talk about using Dokku to deploy cloud stuff. Yeah, with manual coding, yeah, and maybe we can also get some users to tell about their successful stories, good use cases. Anyway, I think it's this is the first time we start this kind of a cloud advanced session. I think it should be good in future to introduce more talks like this. Again, my name is Ermin Pei. I'm from a research computing group. If somebody haven't known about me, my colleague Chris Want and Camille are helping us. If you get any questions, yeah. Okay. Oh, how can I get rid of this? Okay. Sorry. Okay, before we dive into the OpenStack Heat, I guess first we have to understand what it is. And even before that, I think I'd better introduce two concepts about cloud here. The first one is called orchestration. The other one is called infrastructure as code. So just like this slide shows, it's just like in the orchestra, the conductor wants to all the instrument players to play the music, the same piece of music synchronously or at the same time or in parallel. You don't want the conductor to tell each person to do what one by one, right? So there's a music note that notes each instrument to play what at what time and how to play. So similarly, in cloud, there are so many services as the right hand picture shows. As you think about yourself as a conductor, you don't want to do the services to stop services by hand one by one, right? You want it's done automatically. So you write a kind of a code or a template with some policies, then that the computer to start different services for you automatically. So this is also called cloud automation. Yeah. So that brings the concept called infrastructure as code. So you deploy infrastructure by manual coding instead of doing it one by one. As a beginner, it's not a problem. We like yesterday we have done. We just started a VM by ourselves, one step by step. But think about it, you have many VMs, and in each VM there are lots of different services, and sometimes you need to do it again. If we just do it by hand, step by step, it's really a big burden. So you with using a template or code, you just run the you put everything together in the code, just like you in the music note. Then next time you just let the computer to do it. Yeah, it's very easy to do it repeatedly. Yeah. So then, what is OpenStack Heat? The definition is that this is I stole from the Wikipedia, I think. It's called a template-driven engine that allows us to describe and automate the deployment of infrastructure. So you can think OpenStack Heat as the conductor in the whole picture. Yeah. By the way, if there's any questions, anything you think it's not easy to understand, please just let us know, and or use the yes/no button to let us know you have questions or not. Okay. This slide shows the heat template structure. So basically, it includes those sections. First is the version, because a different version has different functions. If you get familiar with the heat template, so you will know, okay, this one has this version has so many functions, and some new versions may have some new functions. And next will be a description of this template. What's the purpose of this template? And then parameters to be used in this template. And then resource to be created. This is the major part of the template. Is you indicate the heat to do to deploy what kind of resources, to do what in detail, and the last one is the output. What do you expect to the heat to output for you? Yeah. Oh, we need to admit one person. Okay. Any questions so far? By the way, sorry if you hear some noise outside my window, because there's a construction. Okay, here we can see a simple, maybe the simplest template that is to deploy an instance. We can see that it's just very simple. There's only a version part, and then description, and then a resource. So in the resource part, we give a name called my underscore instance, and the resource type is called OS Nova server, and it has some properties like a key name. Looks familiar, right? Just like yesterday we set up the key pair, and the image, which image you want to use, and the flavor. The flavor means the type of the resource, or the resource, right? And the network and the security group. You can specify more properties. Okay. Next, we'll be doing a hands-on session to try it out. That includes first environment setup, to install Python and some other clients at your on your laptop or desktop. And in total we get 3 examples. The first one, we launch an instance with Heat and with a basic template, just as the one I showed you. And then there will be we'll be trying to use Heat to deploy the Nginx based web service. Nginx is like a Apache, but it's a very simple but more agile version. At last, we will try to deploy some applications on top of Nginx with Heat. Yeah, this is just a step by step. Okay, environment setup. Not so sure if you guys have installed Python on your laptop or desktop already. Is there any issue? If all good with the Python installation, please just use the green check mark, say yes. If there's any issue, please just use the red button, no.
These buttons are on the participants window. So if you click participants in the Zoom window, it'll bring it up and you'll have the buttons.
Oh yeah, thanks, Chris. Yeah.
You could tell if you have Python installed by going to a command line and typing in Python -- version.
That brings up an interesting point. On some operating systems, that ends up being Python 2. So I don't know, Camilla, or sorry, Erming, if there's a preferred version. I assume that you want to use Python 3, but
yes, right. Yeah, because some functions that are not included in Python 2. Yeah. So can you guys try out with a Python space minus capital V, I think. I just type it here, maybe. Python.
It's -- version.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think we can do minus capital V, can we? Let's try. It's different. Operating system may have different format. Does it work?
I tried, both work for me.
Okay, good. I only see 4 green check marks. How about anybody else? Any issues? Please just let us know. Okay. By the way, the other scripts or codes today we are going to use is here. And the first one we are going, you can see the instruction file. This includes all the steps we are going to try. And the first template we are going to use is called simple temple, simple TMPL. If you can open that one. And try to download this template to your terminal. I think you can click on roll. You guys can see my terminal, right? I believe. Yeah, desktop. Here you can see the raw text. You can just copy it. Control A, I guess, or Command A. on Mac. You can just copy it and then paste it into a file on your terminal. Here I can show my whole screen, just demonstrated step by step. Let me see. Share. Desktop. Share. Okay. Yeah. First I copy it, then I open my terminal. For example, here I put all my stuff in the folder called My Heat. Then I just edit a file, create a file called let's see, simplest. Or let me just maybe you can just download it. Yeah, just use this URL to download it. If I have something like a wget, then this. Yeah, I get it. So yeah, it's here. Now I can you guys see the text? You can, maybe I should make it bigger, I guess. Okay. By the way, I'm a VM guy, so I like to use a VI or Vim. That's an improved version of VI. But if you're not familiar with the VI, you can use Nano, or you are an expert, you can use Emacs, just like Chris wants. I have no idea how to use Emacs. Okay, you can see.
It takes decades of practice.
Yeah, to get out from it. Here, you need to customize it according to your situation. Like we will produce a key, and you will select OS image and flavor, and then your network. I'll tell you this detail later, and security group. Okay, now let's go back to OpenStack dashboard. If hold on. Okay, before go to the dashboard, I assume you have installed Python. Now, please use pip to install Python OpenStack client. I already installed, but I can still try again maybe. It should shows already installed. Oh, reinstall for me. That's something not so good, because I'm using the Python 2 to install stuff. By the way, you'd better use Python 3, add 3 to Python to install things. I hope it doesn't flush the valid stuff for me. Takes forever. So, any problems this step? Chris?
Sorry, Erming. I was answering a ticket, and so You did pip install. You're doing a pip install right now?
Oh yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
what
use
package are you
pip,
installing?
yeah. I was just try to ask you if I use the pip2 to install stuff. I hope it doesn't override the ones I used on
No, they
pip3.
go into different places in the file system.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I want to confirm with you because Chris is an expert on Python. Okay.
Yeah, sort of.
Okay, next you want to install Python Heat client. Yeah, I better use pip3. I think it does such a thing called pip3. Yes. Yeah, it should be pip, not Python. Yeah, this time I just search. I don't want to try again. Just show you this command because I don't want to destroy my stuff. Is it good? Any questions so far? Okay, if not, let's go ahead. So now we need to go to OpenStack dashboard. If you have tried before yesterday, where's my OpenStack? Oh, we can go here. Avitus. Let me just copy this link for you. Please just click on this URL. Like yesterday, I choose guest 150. You can choose yours from this Etherpad. Sorry, so many URLs.
You post that. Oh, there it is. You just did. You posted the URL.
Yeah, right. I believe most of you have already selected your guest account. I can see Steve, Chinje. I don't see Chinje Xu. And Jin Trey, yes, it's 156. And Cerise, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your first name.
Hi, Armin. I use the name Annie to sign up the account. So
Oh,
yeah, I'm
you already
Chinje.
signed up?
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Thank you very
much. Yeah. Now we go to the dashboard, log in. I got a small screen, on my laptop, so I have to move around this stuff, Windows. Okay, here to the top right, you can see your account name. Click on the down arrow, and then click on OpenStack RC file version 3, v3. Yeah, v3 is the latest one. So you download this file, the RC file. It's called a running command file. You need to download that file to your computer. Here I download, it should go to downloads. If I can see it, yeah, it's here. Yeah. Okay. Then we need to open this file. Here it should be. By the way, I already downloaded and I renamed it here. It's I call it Abuda's guest RC here. I just rename it and removed it here for my convenience. You can do it too, or you just leave it wherever it is, and then you try to edit it, and here it should be set up for you already. So like a project ID, project name, and domain name, it's already there, and username, mine is guest of 150. Yours should be whatever you choose, and password. Yeah, that's it should be good. But later we will use we will copy something to the YAML file. I just showed you just the template file. Just for example, the project ID, and yeah. Okay, maybe we copy it now. Copy it. Just put it into the clipboard. Okay, let's get out. Now we need to source it. Source this file. Mine is called Abuda's guest rc.sh. Yours could be Openstack something rc.sh, I believe. Or yours should be dev-training cloud bootcamp. Sorry, what's the name again? Yeah, cloud bootcamp openrc.sh. Okay. Yeah, we source it, and then it needs a password. The password is a bigfoot.369. All good? Any questions? People may be asking, what's the purpose of this? Source this file. After sourcing this file, you have the access to OpenStack from the command line. Yeah. Instead of using the dashboard, sometimes you feel you maybe feel lazy to open the dashboard. You just on your terminal, you can just operate OpenStack here after sourced this file. So now let's take a try. For example, now I can use the command OpenStack. By the way, the later version of OpenStack, everything can be started with OpenStack something. For example, OpenStack, let's say image list. See what kind of images I have. I can use. It shows like this. Or let's see, flavor list. What kind of resource I can use. Or something like a network list. Which networks I can use. Yeah. There's a public network and private network that we're using for this project. Okay. We will be using all those information later. But before that, we need a key pair. Remember I said we need a key pair to access, to get us authenticated, to access cloud resources. Yeah, we need a key pair. I think yesterday some of you have already created a key pair, but just for simplicity, here we created one from scratch, OpenStack. But this key pair is the key pair for Heat. So at the beginning, all the commands start with this heat something, heat something. But later, to make it consistent, it's changed to OpenStack stack something. So here we just let's see how let's see in the instruction file. What's the command like? Look like? It's like this. You can just copy it. OpenStack, key pair, create, heat, give a name, whatever name you can give. Yeah. And then put the private key file, give name again. It's called heat key priv or any name as you want. So after this, a key pair will be produced. For example, here, because I already did one, so but doesn't matter. I can do it again. Oh, it's already exists. Okay, let me change your name. Heat key pair. Let's do it like this way. Okay. I create another one already there. Oh, sorry. Heat key. Let's see today. What's today? What's October 1st. Okay. Let's see. Just make it simple. Just 2. Okay. Heat pair 2. Heat key pair 2. Okay. Let's create a one. You can give whatever name you want. Okay. Okay. Now let's edit our template. If you have already downloaded that one. Okay. Let's edit it. Here, key name. Remember, I just produced. It's what's that? Key pair 2, right? And then we select an image. I just choose this one. And flavor. Yeah, here because it's a very simple instance. We just use the P1 with only one CPU core and a 1.5 gigabyte memory. It's very small, but it should be enough for basic instance. And network. By the way, you can just use this. You can leave those as they are, because everybody can use them. But for network, we have to change it. Let's see. In this project we only have one private network, so we copy it and input here. Okay. And the security group, there's a default one. And at the same time, in order to access it, use SSH, and the pin it, use pin it. We have to add more security rules, just like I demonstrated yesterday. So now we can see. OpenStack security group list. Okay, so many. There's one called web-ssh that I already produced for you. It opens the HTTP 80 and SSH22 ports for you, so you can use that one. Yeah. Web SSH. Yeah, it just opens port 80 and port 22 for everybody, for everywhere. Yeah. By the way, in the template file, the indentation, just like a Python, if you have attended Chris's talk yesterday, the indentation is very important. So if it's messed up, somebody is entering. Okay. If it's messed up, then the OpenStack Heat won't recognize what you are going to do. So in each how do you call that section, you have to make a indent for each kind of resource or property. Yeah. Okay. Now let's save it.
That's a good question, Irming.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
So if we all do this, will we all get an instance called my_instance? So they'll all have the same name?
Oh yeah, sorry, that's a very good one. Yeah, thank you, Chris. Yeah, you better put your name here. Because this is a training session, we are sharing one project. If we conventionally, you put we suggest you put your project name and like a experiment name, the purpose of the instance. But here, because if everybody does the same thing, it will be very hard to recognize or differentiate. So here, you suggest to just put your name, like this is Ermin. I don't call it. I should call it instance. Okay. Okay. Ermin instance. Okay. Here, then we will be using it. OpenStack stack create -t using this template, and then give the stack a name. By the way, why you always say stack here, or why it's called OpenStack? Stack just means there are many different services stuff in cloud. So we put them together as a stack to servers for different computation purpose. So in cloud, we always call those services stack. And using Heat, we deploy a stack of services. So that's why we call it a stack, and we need to give a name. For example, here we can just give it a simple stack, or you can just call it a simple, whatever. Or you just give a name, again, give it a name. Otherwise, you'll be confused with other stack. Okay. All good? Any questions? If not, let's go ahead. Okay, now I'm going to click on the return key or enter key. Now Heat is creating a stack for me. It's called an Ermin simple stack, and it's in progress. and the description, creation time, blah. We can check the status of the stack, show this guy, see how it goes.
Just mention I'm getting an error about the SSH key. I don't know if anyone else is.
What kind of error?
It says error validating value heat key dot priv. So I originally had under key name I had heat key, so I'll set that back again, and then I'll run the stack, and it says property error, key name error validating value heat key. The heat key could not be found.
Oh,
when I look in my directory, I do have a heat underscore key dot.
Oh, that's all confusing. I know. You put the key pair name instead of the private key name. You in the command, remember you produced a key pair here, this name, and then
right, key pair. Yep.
Yeah. Is it the same name as the key pair or different?
It's the same name as the key pair. Yep.
Okay. Now you can use OpenStack key pair list. Let me see.
Maybe I'm the only one with the issue, but
that's okay. You can use OpenStack key pair list.
okay, and it says heat key pair. So is that what I put in as heat key pair on the YAML? Let me try that. That's probably what I'm doing wrong. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
You're welcome. Yeah, that's okay. I'm glad there are questions raised, so we can discuss, and people still can learn stuff from the discussion.
Yeah, thank you. It seemed to have worked.
Okay, good. There's another question?
Yeah, from Steve.
Okay, Steve.
I got an error when I pushed the return button as well. And my error is a little different. It says found character and then /t that cannot start any token.
Can you just
you know what that is?
Mm-hmm.
It's because you used a tab character instead of a space character, so that /t means a tab. So you might want to search your YAML file and look for any tab characters and replace them with spaces.
So I have to use space instead of tab.
Yeah, you should use spaces.
Okay,
I think it's probably indents at 2 spaces per tab or something like that.
Okay, thanks.
Welcome.
Yeah.
If you use tab,
Irving.
you okay. Sorry, just let me finish. If I remember correctly, in Python or in this kind of files, if you use a tab, you use tab everywhere.
All the time. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah.
You can't mix and match.
Right. Camille?
I get an error, cannot find Irving net one.
Oh, because as I said, you have to use the network we are using for today for the training, because the Irving net one is for my private network. It's not for the guest account. So you put okay. You put a dev training cloud bootcamp dash network, the thing in the network part. Oh, what is? Hey, Zoom. Where's the chat? It's here. Huh? Where's the chat?
I just pasted it to the chat, Irving, so don't stress about it.
Oh, you already done? Okay, thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome.
So many small windows, I sometimes get lost.
I think Zoom expects you have 3 monitors to use it successfully.
Yeah, right. Okay. Okay. All good? Any other questions?
I just realized I can't figure that out. I think I just can't follow. Is there anything, any command I need to enter before I provide the source command? Yeah, I know I lost a lot.
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
okay, because I remember
my
that you're
computer told
using
me,
Windows, right?
yeah, I'm using Windows and I'm using the PowerShell this time since
Okay, good.
yeah, putting is quite hard.
That's okay.
And my computer side source command can't be recognized. So is there anything that
Oh,
I'm supposed to do before I
there's no
provide the
source
source commands?
in the Windows shell? There should be one if it's a PowerShell, right?
Yeah, I'm using PowerShell.
Can you just
Um,
simply type a source to see if
give me a
it
sec.
works?
No, it doesn't work. I just put source and enter. It says can't recognize.
Can you type in bash
Oh,
Bash,
in PowerShell?
oh,
BSH.
BASH.
Okay, it doesn't work.
It works?
It doesn't work.
Doesn't?
Yeah.
Oh, then why what PowerShell does?
Oh, yeah. I have restart my, I closed the PowerShell window and started again.
Yeah.
It still doesn't
Yeah,
work.
yeah.
I
Give it a
tried
Irving,
try.
I think PowerShell may be different from Windows Unix subsystem for Windows.
Yeah, Windows subsystem for Linux, I think it's called, something like that. Yeah. So
So
unfortunately, you probably need git bash in order to do.
bash. I think I have inside bash. Give me a sec. Bash. Yeah, git bash. Is that okay?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is okay. So just make sure that if you can start it up in the same directory that you're doing your work, in particular in that same directory that you have that RC file that you downloaded from the cloud, that would be great.
Yeah, it seems source commands can be used in the git bash. So
Excellent. So you source that file now?
And hopefully
Mhm.
Python works from that in there too. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
right.
okay. I have done the installation part in the shell, a PowerShell. So,
Yeah, just follow the instructions in the instruction.md file on GitHub. If any issues, you can we can maybe my colleagues can help you in the breakout room, just separately, or later we can help you just offline, or you still don't have to worry about those steps for now, because later I can show you to use the web browser to do everything. So you don't need the command line here. But because why I show the command line way, because this is a advanced session. Mostly users will be using the terminal to do stuff in batch way, instead of doing it step by step in a web browser or graphical way. So that's why I showed the command line method at first. Yeah, but for Windows users, I know it's sometimes tricky. So don't worry, just try, and then I'll tell you how to use the web browser. Okay.
Thank you so much. So
No worries.
far I'm on the OpenStack stack. It works fine now. Thank
Oh,
you.
nice, very good. Okay, yeah, then you can create your own template. Just like
Yeah, I have edited my template. I follow that step.
nice. Can you type in do you have your key pair list? Key pair, sorry.
Yeah, I haven't finished that part. I just have a question about the commands. So after create, I just use the heat underscore key pair, or I can create a name for that. Oh, so I have to follow the key name?
No, yeah, well, you can use this key name, or you can use whatever you want. Here, the key pair name and the private key name, just name it whatever you want it. Okay. And don't forget to
I see.
change the permission to read only.
Give permission, right? Yeah,
yeah,
I see.
right.
Okay, thank you, Armin.
Yeah.
Please
You're
move
welcome.
on. Yeah, thank
That's
you.
okay. No worries, no worries. Yeah. Okay. What's the next step? I already showed you how to retrieve the information of the template, the stack. And we can also see resource in this stack. The command is like this. Openstack. Remember, we set up some resource in the template. Now we can list them. Oh my God. Openstack, not a stake. Oh, I should give a name. Remember the name? It's called Ermin Symbol Stack. Yeah. Here we can see the resource name, only one thing. It's called Ermin instance. And then the ID, the type, and the status, it's called, it says completed. That's good. Okay. Then we can also see, oh, there's no output yet. Okay. Did I give a floating IP? Let me see. No floating IP. So that means I cannot access it because no IP, right? It has only let me show it. Results show Ermin instance. That's my results name. Oh. I should give the stack name first, then the resource name. Quite a lot of information, but it just simply tells you what's included in this stuff. Anyway, after run this, and it says create complete, we know that resource has already been created first. Let's check on the dashboard because we created an instance or a server. There should be one here. I can see Steve, Camille, Chris Want already created the successfully created your stacks. Yeah, including mine. Yeah. So here we don't see any floating IP, right? Only internal IPs. So I know we can associate floating IP here, right? Can do all the operations here. But if we want to do it in a more advanced way in command line, how to do it? Okay, that brings us the second example. Okay, now we try to add more stuff to the template. I should open 2 tabs here for my own convenience. Now we click on nginx.yaml file. This is a bit longer one, that includes more functions. We can just simply download it and again change the key name. Should be called a key pair name indeed, and flavor and numeric. The rest should be good for you, so you don't worry about them too much. You just change it again, just like what I showed you. Download this file and make it a local file and change the stuff. First, change the resource name. Okay, I do it step by step. So first I click on role, then I download it, I copy the link. Where's my terminal? Zoom. Okay, wget this URL. Okay, because I already have one, so it's saved as nginx.yum.1. So let's edit it. Yum.1. Okay, I need to change the name as Chris nicely suggested. It's Nginx Tetris. Why Tetris? Because in the third example, I will show you to deploy a Tetris game onto Nginx. So in order to make it consistent, let's just leave it as is. Yeah, because I want to update it later. Okay, heat, the key pair should be heat key pair 2, because just as I just created. Flavor, now I change it to P4 because of P1 will be too small for a web service. Yeah. And network, again, let me see what's the name of the network. From the dashboard, we should see it, or from your the file. Networks. You can find this information either from the dashboard or from the command line. There are different ways. Let me copy paste. And security groups, remember we have a default one, and I also generated one called web-sh for your convenience. Okay, we should be good now. What else I need to change? Oh, I need to go through this for you one by one. Okay. Different from the simplest template, now we added something more, like a user data. User data means whatever you want the instance to do after it gets launched. Just like a machine, when you install the operating system, you want it to do something more for you automatically, you put stuff here. The first part until EOF, I just put a file, Nginx repo file for the operating system or for the machine to find where they can grab stuff to install. And then this is for Yum. Yeah, maybe for some other users like you using Ubuntu or using Fedora, may be different. Fedora should be the same. Derby may be different. Yeah. But if you choose the same image like CentOS as I do, this should work. Yeah, Yum works for CentOS. Okay. First, we ask Yum to install. By the way, Yum is a tool to install stuff, just like, I don't know, wget, more than wget. Wget just download the stuff. It also installs stuff for you. So Yum install Vim. Vim is my favorite tool, so I always install Vim at the very beginning of creating OS or machine. And the Git, we will be use Git to grab the files. And Nginx is the Apache-like web service tool. And we give option Y, just they don't have, it doesn't bother us to ask, do you agree to install? Yeah, because if there are many packages, every time you need to manually type in yes, that's a really nuisance. Okay. After that, Nginx should be installed. Then we use a systemctl command on CentOS to enable the Nginx. That means whenever the operating system starts, Nginx will be there. And then we start the service. Yeah. Okay, after that, we want a floating IP, right? So in the floating IP, we added one section called floating IP. The type is called OS neutron floating IP. The property is floating underscore network, public dash network. So this is from, that means this floating IP is from the public network. Don't worry, it looks so a little bit complex. You just copy paste it. Yeah. And then we need to associate the IP to our VMs, as we did manually yesterday on Wednesday. So the type is OS Nova floating IP association. The property is floating IP. We get the resource floating IP address. Then the server ID, we call it, remember I changed the name to Ermin Nginx Tetris. Yeah. You can put your name here. Yeah. So these two steps, just like we did on the web browser, we create or allocate a floating IP, then we associate to the VM. Make sense? The last part is output. We want to retrieve what kind of information from Heat when it's creating the instance and the services on top of it. So here we just simply retrieve the server IP because that's what all we need to access it to it. So we give the description and the value, just get the attribute called the floating IP, and then floating IP address. Yeah, you just copy and paste it. Don't worry too much about the syntax. If you really want to know the details, I will give you a link to know more about how to write a template. Yeah. Okay. Now we save the file, and then we try to create another stack. Sorry, I shouldn't be so lazy. Stack, Openstack stack create -t, remember? Nginx.yam.1, that's the file I just, that's the template that I just created. And give it a name. Let's say Ermin Nginx. Yeah, that should be good. Or stack if you want to differentiate from some other incidences. Okay, let's see. By the way, this time it creates a different instance for you, other than the one you just down. And it does more than what the first instance, because we ask it to install some software and set up Nginx for you. Yeah. We can check the status. lots of information, but we can see the output already. The IP is already there. And it says create in progress. On the dashboard now, we should be able to see it already. See, it's here. Armin Nginx stack, then the instance name, then well, it's kind of a random code. I don't know. Yeah. It says running already, but I believe it's still in progress to install the software and to set up Nginx first. But now we can try to connect it to it already. Let's see, SSH, this IP address. You know, it wouldn't work unless I add a username called CentOS. Remember, I told you on Wednesday, if it's a CentOS image, you put the username CentOS with -L. If it's a Durbin, you put a Durbin, all lowercase, or Fedora. Yeah, all Ubuntu. Let's see. Uh-oh, denied. Permission denied. That means it uses the wrong key. Remember, I produced a key. Should be here. We can use it. Which one I created? I created so many. Maybe this one. Uh-oh. Which one I created? Oh, maybe
Use
Q2.
Pair 2, I think.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
I'll mention, you know, my command worked, but it's not showing up in the dashboard, so it didn't give me an error.
Oh, really?
Just a little
Maybe
bit
it takes
surprised.
a while.
Maybe.
Do you see the IP address in the output? If you use Openstack show the stack name. Oh, that's why I got the wrong message, because I didn't give it right permission of my key. So for the private key, I have to make it read only to me. So now let me try to access to it.
Yeah, mine's
No,
showing
it-
up in the list on the command line, but not in the interface yet. So
Which account name you're using? Guest.
192.
Okay, let's refresh it. I should be able to see yours. Create a simple stack, not this one, right?
That's right. Yeah, no, I have one called CWant Nginx stack. I don't see anyone else's Nginx stacks firing up either, except for the Erming one.
Right. You're right. No issues, but you don't see. You should set up the.
I see a guest
file already.
150 Nginx, so someone else, yeah, a few others. Maybe it's just taking some time to show up in the interface. So yeah, just move on. Things will sort themselves out, I'm sure.
For sure, yeah. But I'd like to give it a while if anybody else is producing stuff. I see Camille's Tetris stack. Good. Yeah. Maybe it's just slow. Good job, Camille. Okay, now I have successfully connected to my VM. With such a freaking long name, but whatever. If I do sudo vim var log messages, oh, I shouldn't do this because this is a very bad example. I should use less. Vim can destroy this file. If we go to the bottom, we can see what it did. See here, when the operating system is installed, the yum started to install the software I needed, and then produce a CentOS key, and what else? SSH key, cloud init, whatever. It's still doing stuff. Let's just keep eyes on it. Sudo till -f just shows you the latest message. It's a little bit slow because otherwise you should have showed Nginx is running, is starting. We can check it here. System CTL status Nginx. Oh, it's running already. Yeah. Okay. Now we can test it. What's our IP address?
Herming,
Go ahead.
what is the command again to get that log input? Because I've been digging deeper and I keep getting create failed. So I just wanted to look at the log of the commands that are run.
The stack show the Openstack stack show just show the stack name. Okay, let me get out. Then I'll show you again. Openstack stack show. Oh my, what's the name?
I think I found the error. It says the security group SSH-web isn't found.
Oh,
So,
it should be web-ssh.
There's my problem right there. There we
No
go.
worries.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. You can, oh, by the way, here, it's a good chance. Here, you can just use OpenStack update instead of a recreated one, update with -t, the template name. What's my template name? Nginx. No. Nginx.yum.1, that's mine. Then the stack name you just created. So you don't have to recreate one. Yeah. By the way, I will show this very soon to update a stack to add more services. So you don't have to create a different instance again, right? Okay. Now, remember I said that we can test if Nginx is set up for you, okay? Where's my IP address? This is my IP address. Remember, I already enabled the web access, so it should work here. This should be http:// Oh, we see, welcome to Nginx. That means it succeeded. So the web service is running well. You only see this message because you haven't set up anything to it, but it's already there. There's a service for web service that can be accessed for anybody in the world already. Okay. This
Excuse
looks.
me, can
Go
I
ahead,
ask
please.
you a question?
Yeah.
So I finally got my stack or my new instance launched, and now I'm wondering how do I get from the command line, how can I find out what its IP address is, what its public IP address is?
Oh, okay. Good question. Stack. Let's see. OpenStack stack show. Can you see my what I'm typing?
Yep.
Okay, good. OpenStack stack show your stack name. Let's see. Yeah, it lots of input, but output, but you can see the output here.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Yeah, you can now test the web service now. Just put the IP address into your web browser, then enter. You should see the welcoming message from Nginx. How's it going? Good. Okay, next, we can try to do more. Again, go back to the instructions.md file. Let me see. Yeah, we already done example 2. We can now try out the third one. OpenStack update with something with a more complex template. The third template should be here. It's called Nginx _ Tetris. I believe everybody has played the Tetris game. Yeah. If not, let me show you soon. Yeah. I'm glad that this could be the only time we can officially play a game. Again, this file, you need to change how to do it. Either you add the ones missing in your template, or you copy this file again and change the necessary parts. Okay, let me do it step by step for you. wget this file. Again, because I already have one, you just save it as a .1 thing for me. Oh, too bad. I should use raw. I cannot use this HTTP version. Raw, then I remove this bad one. Okay, now I wget that guy and edit it. And now I change the name to Ermin _ Nginx Tetris. Key pair should be 2, and this so what's my let me try to see the nginx.yum.1 file. What I give the network name. The network name should be this. Security group. It's right. By the way, here you can see something different in the template. There's a section called the str replace, and then params, then the key and value of the param. So it means that in the following section, you replace anything like this key. Here the key, okay, maybe I made it simple. You replace any parameter like this to the string like this. So you can define, for example, you can define lots of stuff like A1, then X, like B2, Y, and C3, Z. Yeah, anything. You can define it, then give it a value. So later you don't have to type it again with a very long stuff. Yeah. Okay. What's difference from the second template? The above all the same. Only here you can see that I go to the root of the Nginx web services file. It's a URL/URL shell Nginx HTML. Then I use Git to clone. You can simply think it's as a download. Just download this parameter, the URL in this parameter. Remember, it's the HTTP GitHub stuff. It's called a Canvas Tetris Git. It's a game file. And then we use set to replace the configuration file. Just let the Nginx know, okay, just run the index, the front page. It's called an index.html file in this directory. Yeah, sorry, it looks a little bit weird. This is just the syntax for set. So you don't worry too much about it. You just copy paste and try it out. Then we restart Nginx because Nginx is already there. We restarted. The rest part just floating IP, then association, output, all the same. So, oh, by the way, I have to change the name of the stack. We should be good for now. Anything else I needed to change? No, I think we should be good. Okay. Save it. Now let's see Openstack stack minus T. Sorry, update. Why I use update, not create? As I just said, I don't want to create a new one again. I just want to update the existing one to let it to do more. Update with the new engine template. And what's the name? What's the name of my stack? This guy. Yeah. Okay, let's see.
Hi, Armin.
Hi.
I just have a quick question. So
Okay.
you didn't create a new stack. Is that possible to create two stacks? I mean, two stacks running at the same time?
You can create as many as you want, unless there's the limit. In this training, I think I set 100-ish 100-ish users, so totally 400 core CPU cores. So you get enough resources to try it out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can create a new one. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, it says update in progress. Let's see how it goes. Let's use OpenStack show the stack name. Again, lots of information, but you can see a stack update completed successfully. Excellent. Okay, now we go back to that the dashboard, refresh it. Here, this should be mine. Okay, you don't see any difference here, but
Actually, I noticed that
remember
little hash at the end of my instance name changed when I refreshed it.
oh, that's a
So
you
there's
got good
a
eyes. Yeah, maybe just a different session name. Each time you update it, it changes. Okay, remember what we did? We just, let me go through it again. We deployed a Nova server, just a computer server. We asked it to install Nginx first. And then, oh, this is an older one. So I should go to, sorry, I use the command line again. Let's go through it again. I created a server called Ermin Nginx Tetris. And I asked it to download this Canvas Tetris Git file for me. Then I asked Nginx to display the front page index.html for me, or you just use this downloaded game file or folder to run a web service first. What kind of web service it is? It's a game. It's called Canvas Tetris. And then we restarted Nginx. Now let's test it. Where it is. Okay, we can use any web browser, then put the IP address to it. This is the IP address for me. Let's see. Uh-oh, something goes wrong. Why it doesn't show up? Maybe it's still updating. Let's go to the machine. I use another tab. SSH minus L CentOS minus I, my key, private key. Yeah, then this IP address. Connected. Then let's sudo tell it the var log messages. It should show what it's doing. So it just configured the configure file. It's here. It's called a /etc nginx conf.default conf.file. This is for Nginx to let Nginx know where the web service is, and restarted Nginx. Okay. Yeah, once it's restarted, it should be good. Let me see. Let's refresh this guy. Oh, good. See? Ah, that's the game. Let's play it. See? Can you guys see it? I'm a better player, by the way. Do you see it? Give me a positive signal.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Uh, does it work for you too?
Yeah, in fact, I didn't follow the step to configure, I mean, how to use the browser to visit that instance.
Okay, yeah, right. I can tell you how to use the browser to do it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It looks so cool.
yeah. By the way, don't tell Scott I did this. He's my boss. Okay, web browser. How to do it? Oh, this is my admin dashboard. You don't have this privilege. Okay, this is my guest one. If you go to your dashboard, let me just make it clearer for you. There's a tab called orchestration. You click on it. Looks familiar, right? We introduced the concept called orchestration. That's what a Heat does. And then stacks. And then we can see, we can see so many stacks already created, including mine. Now you can just click on launch stack. Just stop me if any issues, okay? And then you can see select template dialog. It's a different source, but you can give it a URL or a file. For example, if a URL, we just give it the raw file URL, but we have to change it. So here we have to make it the file, select the file, then choose the file where it is. For example, the simple one. I select the simple one, open it. Environmental source, this should be okay. Don't worry about it for now. If anything wrong, let's go back. Let me see, this one should be the OpenRC file, but let's forget it for now. Okay, next. See, it automatically shows the stack name for me, where if it's my account name, Ermin, it will show Ermin. Yeah, so you can just leave it as is or just change it. And timeout, if sometimes the system gets stuck, you want timeout, you can put a name, put a few minutes, like 1 hour here. And the password here, because this is we already showed you the password. It's shared, so I can show you here. Yeah. Then just launch it. Oh, already exists because I already did one. So let's say new, launch. What else? Unable to find network with name. Oh, I'm stupid because that's an old template file. This one should be, no. Yeah, this one should be good. Let me check. No, not this one. This guy. Symbol.1. No. Okay. I can use the one we just succeeded. Use this guy. This one. Open it. Okay. Next. Give it a name. Password. Launch it. I don't want to save this. Okay. See, the stack already created. We can check the stack. Okay, we can click on it. Oh, field, check field. It's already been updated. Supported, whatever. This shows the resource, events, what is it's doing, and the template. You can see it's already there. Okay, let's go to the compute tab and the instance. We should be able to see this thing called a guest underscore new, right? It's running and with a social IP. If I test the Nginx service, something goes wrong. Maybe it's still running, still deploying for me. So here we can, I should do it in the dashboard. Okay, just for the Windows users. I go back to the stack, click on it. Topology shows the topology and users. Looks good. Users types. By the way, here in the orchestration tab, you can see some other stuff like resource types. Just like what we did, we created one thing called the OS Nova, OS colon Nova server, right? Here you can use there are so many options. If you don't want to type, you just click on them, then use them. I can show you. There's such thing called a template generator. Basically, you don't need to code it by hand. You can just drag the stuff. Then it will generate a template for you. For example, Nova, we just created a Nova server. Here, we just drag it and produce a key pair here, and then click on it, then give it a name, Ermin test server, anything. Give it a flavor, put it from which image file, let's say Ubuntu, availability zone, let's say persistent, key name, key pair, because I use the key pair 2, security group, web SH. This is just like what you did in the command line in the editor. Network, we give it a network, and depends on blah blah blah. Yeah, after that you set up the server, and yeah, key pair already done, and you can do more like the storage part and network part. Yeah. Then it will produce and give it a version. Remember, different version has different functions. Then you can generate it, template. Then you can import it here when you launch stack. Yeah. Any questions? Does it sound clear? Any, or what's your name? Chinje? No? All good? Just a little survey.
Hi, I mean,
Hi.
I lost my internet for a while, so I just think it's not good to ask you to do that again. So if you can share the video, you can check it later.
Yeah, we have a video that is.
I'm not sure you can share that with us.
Yeah, we can share it for sure.
Okay,
yeah.
that would be great since
Yeah.
I accidentally lost my internet, so
That's okay.
You
It's
can move on.
we are
Okay.
it's under recording, so all what I showed you to you guys, it's on the record, so we can show you later. No worries.
Okay, that sounds really great. Thank you so much.
Okay. Can I do a short survey? So everyone else just get to see your Tetris game from the web browser? Can you use if yes, can you just click on the green check mark? Or no, the red check mark? I see Chris already done. Camille, how about you? Amir and Steve down. Good. Okay. Looks not bad. Congratulations. You see the whole process of how to create a stack automatically by Heat. You can do more when you get familiar with it. I guess it's similar. There are some similar tools like Terraform or Dokku. I'm not so sure if it does the same thing.
No, I don't. It doesn't do the same thing, but I think this could be a very useful tool for deploying Dokku so that basically you can get things down to a few clicks before you have a nice Dokku server running. So
right.
Yeah, I think this is really cool, and I also think it's a lot more understandable than Terraform. Like I think Terraform's a lot is kind of overkill for a lot of stuff.
Right.
Although this Terraform is more cloud agnostic, whereas this is probably very OpenStack specific.
Right. Yes. Yeah, if you're using OpenStack, this is very convenient because it's built in, and you don't have to worry about to install some external stuff other than those two clients.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I learned a lot, and I plan to refer to this course often, and not just because I like playing Tetris, but because I want to deploy stuff in the cloud.
Yeah. Thanks, Chris. Any questions? Other questions? Comments? No? Okay. If not, I think we can wrap it up 15 minutes earlier. Thanks very much for joining. And if any further questions, just let us know by sending the email to research.support@yourbrother.ca, or just I don't know, nowadays you cannot approach us. Yeah.
May I ask one more question before the session ends?
Go ahead. You can have as many questions in the 15 minutes. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So I haven't figured out how to use my browser to visit my instance or stack.
Can you just open the dashboard?
Yeah, I can use it. If I create a stack by terminal, I can open. I can use their dashboard to configure that.
You can do everything on the dashboard. That's a good news.
Cool.
Yeah, in the past you don't have such option, but now everything can be done in the dashboard.
Yeah, I just create a new stack, and for the previous one, it's still alive in their dashboard.
Yeah, you can create a new one to try things out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can guide you step by step now because we still have some time. Yeah.
Thank you.
So you select a template?
Yeah, I have finished that part. So I have created a stack.
Oh, good. So no errors?
No.
If you click on the stack name,
Mm-hmm.
you should see some stuff. Yeah, it should be good. If you don't see anything wrong here in the status, and if it shows all complete, it should be good.
It says complete, create complete.
Yeah.
I mean, I just finished launch a new stack. Yeah. since because of the unstable internet, I don't know what I should do after that.
That's okay. By the way, which template you are using? The third one or the first one?
I haven't go to that step.
Oh, but you select the one template when you are creating, right?
Template, is there? Oh, let me check. A size Heat template version
No,
2015.
no. I mean here, when you were choosing the file.
Oh yeah, I use a simple one.
Oh, simple one. Okay.
Mhm.
Simple one, then you cannot access it to it because there's no floating IP. So
Okay.
you should be able
so-
to see. We can see it here, I believe, but there's no floating IP yet.
Let me check. I have another stack. Is that correct? Correct stack, and it has floating IP for that. The template is 2015. Yeah, the same version.
Okay. If you feel safe, feel comfortable, you can show your
Mhm.
screen to me. Then I can guide you step by step.
Okay, if
want.
that's okay for me, that sounds good for me.
Okay, I can stop my sharing. You can
Thank
start.
you.
Chris, can an audience show their screen?
It should be unless you disabled it in the room, but let me just take a look.
I think I can.
Let me.
Oh, there you go. There you go. I didn't have to do anything and it's showing up now, I think.
Okay.
Or
Let me see. Can I
There it
see
goes.
screen now?
Yeah, good. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Excellent.
So I've created two stacks, the A second stack and A first. So for the A
Okay.
first, I use the second template.
Second one, okay. Yeah,
Is
good.
there floating?
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
there is floating IP
Okay.
including.
Can you go back?
Go
Just
back
click,
to.
click on the stacks. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, maybe just go back to the compute one. The compute.
Compute
Yeah. Then instance.
instance.
It should be called a second stack or something. Yeah, this one.
Here.
Oh no,
Yeah,
this is
this
the
one.
first. This is the first one.
Yeah,
Which
for the
one?
first one. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm using the first one.
Okay. Yeah, if
And
you use the IP address, you just copy the IP address.
the second line.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then go to a web browser.
Web browser. Just paste.
Yeah. Click enter.
I tried that. It says timeout if I memorize right.
Okay, can you go to it? Oh, you don't have a terminal.
I thought there is a step you did to give permission or something for.
Can I see your template again?
Okay. Yeah, it says this can be reached. Template. Okay, let me see. So I have to go to,
Orchestration, yes.
and this is my stack. Template.
Okay, let's see. Outputs, floating IP, properties, image, key pair, security groups, user data. Can you scroll down?
Mm-hmm.
Security group. Oh, you should use the security group default plus web -ssh.
Oh, I'm not supposed to use the one I created last session, right?
Yeah. Okay. Now you can make it simple. You can change it. Go to network.
Network.
Yeah.
Network.
Security group.
Security group. Sorry. Okay.
Go to the one you used, the desktop one,
Yeah.
one. Then manage rules. The right hand. Manage rules.
Okay,
Just manage the rules.
Manage. Okay. Okay.
Here you add a rule. Add
Add rule.
Yeah.
And
just leave them as is, just port in the middle, port,
Mm-hmm.
type 80.
80.
80.
8080.
Yeah, okay, add, just add.
Add.
Click on add button.
Mm-hmm.
This just opens the HTTP port for
Yeah.
the whole world.
That totally makes sense.
Okay, then you go to the web page again. Yeah,
Refresh.
then, yeah, should work. See? Oh, looks beautiful. Yeah,
And this is the web page it's supposed to be.
right. That's the Nginx. See the welcoming page for everybody. Yeah. So that means
Okay.
a web server already set up for you. Even it's just a few steps, but at the back end it has done lots of stuff. So you can run web service, so others can access to it, like a game, like a web page, like a website, or anything. Yeah.
Okay, since when I look at your screen, it says welcome to blah blah. So I think that's not the correct.
Oh, that's my different, because you are using Fedora. I'm using what's that? CentOS. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So for different images, there maybe slight difference.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And if you want to use to run the game, I just showed you. You can use the third template.
Third template. Okay. Give me a sec. Third template is this one. So may I just copy paste the file, or I have to update? Let me check. Okay, I will. Give me a sec. If I go to page, this one. Need to change it.
Oh, you need a. Oh yeah, right. Good.
Yeah, network. And don't think there anything else.
Let me take a quick check for you.
For my file?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to
The network, you should change it.
network. Okay, should change to mine or use the web?
The one we here, dev training. This one highlighted. Dev training cloud bootcamp dash network. You should use this one. Just copy this name.
This one, the network. Yeah, I just changed that. I'm going to share my screen and yeah.
Why it's still ermin dash net dash one?
Oh, sorry, I may forgot to paste. I mean, copy that. I forgot to paste.
Yeah, I did see you copied it, but I didn't. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Let me check anything else we need to change. You can change the name, but it's not necessary. Yeah, you can use the name.
Okay.
And the resource, you can see. Yeah, leave it as is. Okay.
Resources. Yeah.
Okay, go down. Let's go down.
Okay.
Should be good for now. Let's give it a try.
Okay,
Save
I'm
it.
going to update here. It's called Tetris. Oh yeah, I forgot to copy the file. Yeah, it's here. Let me see, did I do some tab entries? Yes.
I don't see your what you are typing, but I guess you are trying to import that file, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to update the stack. Can you see the gate bash window count?
What are you doing now?
I'm trying to use the
Are you on
Here.
OpenStack dashboard
see?
now? Oh, okay.
No, I'm using the git bash to update the stack.
Oh,
But I got an error says URL open arrow. Oh, I'm sorry. I
okay.
clicked the stop share. Can see my screen now? Yeah, you can. Okay. It says URL open error, but I don't know why.
Oh, you're using the command line. Okay.
Yeah, I'm using the command line.
Okay. You need to give the path.
Path?
Just
It's directly in this. It's in the path is the user's chain. It's a default path, I suppose. I think. Since when I create the stack, I didn't give the absolute path. It works fine. Or I can do the update in the dashboard.
Okay, let's try.
So stack, a stack, and how can I edit these templates? Hi, Ermin, could you tell me how to update my stack? I have created that and I don't know how to change the
hi.
template.
Sorry, I just muted myself. Yeah, just to the right. No, top right.
Top right.
Yeah, change the stack template. Yeah.
Okay.
And choose the file.
So I can upload another file.
Yeah.
It's here. Okay. And
yeah, just next.
Anything else? Password. Okay. And then I can visit that web page.
Just so give it a while because it takes some time to set up things up. Yeah.
Okay.
You can see it's the status. It says update in progress. That's good.
Okay. I can refresh to check. Is there anything? No, still in progress.
You can click on it to see some details.
The stack?
Yeah. Overview, yeah.
Overview.
In progress started. Update started.
In
progress.
Okay.
As I showed you, if you can connect it from the terminal, you can see what is it's running currently.
Yeah, it says completed.
No, I mean, we can check the system log message to see the details if you can get connected to it.
Really? Could you provide the command once more, or just tell me?
SSH to the. Do you know the IP address? Oh, here, it's in your terminal. It's output value in the middle. It's 206.12.95.109. Have you seen it? In the terminal, in the PowerShell? Hello? Hello?
I could hear you.
I think she may have lost her internet again. Yeah, we lost her. Okay. Okay, maybe I can email her later for more assistance. Oh, she's back. Hello? Hello?
Hi, Harvey.
You
Thanks for
lost
your waiting and
the internet dropped again, right?
for giving my email.
That's okay. I think give it a while, you should be able to see the Tetris game because things looked okay from my end. Yeah, or you can try it now. Or I can try it. Give me the address. Do you have the address? We lost her again. Anyway, thanks, Camille, for your support. And I don't know, we get another audience, Amer. Are you still online?
Yeah. Or
No, we have a company.
Yeah.
Amer or Amer? Hello? Maybe just
yeah.
not online. Okay. Okay. I think we can wrap it up, and I will call the audience later or email them to see if any further questions.